it? I'm like, hello everyone. Where are you been? I'm gonna pin this comment because I didn't title this live. But I wanted to talk about Amani Talks, the video that I made, that I put on Patreon. Good morning. Everyone keeps asking me about it, so I'm like, let me just go ahead and talk about it really quick. The reason why I put that on Patreon was for so many reasons. Whenever someone mentions God, you just believe them. That's it. You just believe them. Whenever they mention God, everything's forgiven. You just believe them, and that's it. I didn't follow. I don't really keep up with B. Simone. I don't really keep up with Alexis Sky. I don't keep up with who was the other one? Gosh, I feel like the other girl, Talitha Jane. She's another Christian one, right? All of these religious girlies are coming out the woodworks. I didn't keep up with them. Brittany Renner too, who is transitioning into a new lifestyle. I didn't keep up with them. I kept up with Amani, and I kept up with Black China. Imani is fake to me because I've actually been watching her for 2 years. 2.5 years to be exact. And people are wanting to make the assumption that the reason why I feel like it's about a man because it's Christianity. No. Imani, when I was introduced to her content, she was city girl. Like, she was in the club. She was a bottle service girl. She was hustling. She was modeling. She was doing a bunch of fast lane, fast life stuff. That's how I got introduced to her content. She did a lot of counting money online. One thing I learned about Amani is she loves money. She likes money, okay? So that's how I ended up getting into her content. Then she transitioned from that city girl lifestyle to she started talking about femininity this, femininity that. Then after she started talking about femininity, then she transitioned into sprinkle this and sprinkle that. So then she combined basically the city girl life with femininity, and you birthed sprinkle. And so every time she made like some drastic lifestyle change, it was either about money or it was about a man. And that's just been me following her journey. So I don't believe this Christian thing is really her. I think it's just a different bag. I think she's just getting a different bag. And I couldn't help but notice that when she broke up with the guy that she was dating or whatever like that, she started to get more mean-spirited, like bitter. Like the bitterness was just coming out whenever she would speak. And it wasn't the religious stuff. It was just her spirit. Her spirit was mean. Her spirit was condescending. Her spirit was dark. And so I just assume, because I've done this, and this is just me being real. If I've gone through something in my personal life and I'm still content creating, like sometimes that, if I went through a breakup, like sometimes that comes out when you are creating sometimes. Like, we're human. When you go through things, sometimes it just bleeds out. So I was giving her a pass because of that. Like, for the longest, I was just giving her a pass. Keep in mind, I didn't take offense to what she said about Glorilla. I didn't take offense to that. There was nothing to be offended about to me, because I grew up in the church. Like, that type of conversation has been had for generations. Like, it's not a new conversation. Secular music in the church has always been a big issue for people who follow Christ. So that's not new to me. It's something I know a lot about. But when I was hearing about it when I was younger, it was about blues and how gospel artists were wanting to use blues with gospel lyrics, and like how a lot of people didn't agree with that. So I didn't take offense to her Glorilla comments. Like, honestly, if you are a follower of Christ, I would assume that's part of your belief system. So I'm not offended by that. What I don't like is her spirit. What I don't like is I don't believe that this is truly who she is. And it's not because of her taking on this Christianity lifestyle. It's just me seeing a pattern with her by watching her for the last 2.5 years jump from one extreme to the next. When people jump from one extreme to the next, they are lost in life. And we saw that with Alexis Sky. So I have my reasons behind why I believe that she's doing this for all the wrong reasons and not from a genuine place. And I feel this way with a lot of content creators. It's just not her. Like B. Simone, I don't feel like it's genuine. Alexis Sky, I knew that shit wasn't genuine. Brittany Renner, I don't know. It could be, it could not be, who knows? You know who I believe is genuine though? You know who I actually connect to, and she's a Christian influencer? You know who it is? Megan Ashley. She is, to me, out of all of these content creators, she is the only genuine one. She is someone that I connect to because I feel her purpose. Like I deeply, rootly feel her purpose when she puts out her content as a Christian influencer. These other ones, it just feels like it's a money grab. It's a hustle. But Megan Ashley, I connect with her on a soul level. Like I feel like she really is who she says she is. This don't have nothing to do with being against Christianity. It has everything to do with being against people who are fake and who pretend, who really just are out here chasing a bag. Yes, and Brittany Lee, she was very, very genuine as well. And I hate that she just quit. But then when I saw her quit, I was like, why is she quitting? Like, why is she giving up? I understand. It's like, y'all don't want genuine. Y'all praise the fake people and y'all put them on the highest of the highest of the highest pedestals. And y'all worship the ground that they walk on. And that's it. So it's just weird. But Megan Ashley, like, I follow her on YouTube. I listen to her podcast. And she's dope to me. Like, these other people to me are fake as hell. Like, I'm sorry. And then that's the thing. It's like people are trying to push this, oh, it's just I don't like Christian influencers. No, I just can see the fake ones from the real ones. And Megan Ashley is a real one. The other ones I don't really subscribe to. That's really it. Like I'm trying to think of another like Christian influencer that I really like. But Megan Ashley is probably like my favorite. She's one that I can honestly say I listen to. But the rest of these people, and then did y'all see how CJ So Cool? He was accused of touching royalty's daughter, his ex and her daughter, and then like this, like I think that was like, was that last week he was accused of that? Where royalty spoke out because she had to, because her child was the one that ran the social media and told the internet that CJ So Cool touched her when she was younger. And then this week he comes out and Maya Graves, I'm gonna have to look into her. Then this week he comes out and he's being baptized, and people are praising him for being baptized, and he was just accused of touching an underage girl. And that's my issue with this. It's like people really buy into people simply because they said God, they mentioned God, and they put on this act to portray God and all it. And it's, to me, it's just fake, because CJ So Cool didn't say nothing about God for years. And I get it. Like, people can change. People can go through different phases in their lives and things like that. But it's just interesting when Amani talks. When she started doing the whole Christian thing, she was promoting a podcast. CJ So Cool, he gets accused of touching an underage girl, and then Brittany Renner, you know, she gets dragged because she was humping a married man on a podcast, and then she made a transition. It just seems unauthentic to me. That's all. Alexis Sky, she openly admitted that she was doing it because she thought that that's what it would take for her to get a good man. I'm not making this shit up. Like, and that's the thing that's like killing me. It's like people always want to drag you because they don't see where you're coming from, but it just doesn't seem genuine to me. I connect to authenticity. It doesn't matter if you're a 304, you're a sprinkle girl. I respect people who say they portray themselves in the way that they say that they truly are. And some of these people out here are not who they say that they are. They're just fake. And when you're an authentic person, right, and you connect to authentic people, it's like instantly connecting to them. There's no hesitation when you really truly are connecting with an authentic person. But when you're connecting to someone that's disingenuous, the number one thing that you can pick up on is they're not consistent. They're not. They're inconsistent. 1 minute they doing this, 1 minute they saying this, 1 minute it's this, 1 minute it's that, 1 minute it's da-da-da-da. And it's just like, that's not real to me. That's not real. Just like, and then, you know what's crazy? Tyler from Love is Blind, y'all. I have a video saved in my phone, and I'll post it to my Instagram story. I have a video saved in my phone because people been giving me a hard time about me using my intuition when it comes to people being fake with this whole Christianity movement trend that's going on, right? So Tyler, when he was praying with Ashley on Love is Blind in bed, I grabbed my phone and I was like, oh, this man, he's so fake. Like, oh my God, he's praying with her. This is so fake, da-da-da-da. And then I thought about posting it and I was like, I can't even post that. Like, people are going to give me a hard time because he prayed. He prayed. So if I use my intuition and be like, this man is fake as hell, it's something about him, he's lying, da-da-da, right? I would have got dragged because he prayed. It's like he weeped. So we need to believe him. I'm going, y'all, and my hair is different. I think I have on glasses too. I called that shit when it happened. And I didn't post it because I thought I was going to get dragged because I'm up against a praying man, y'all. And the reason why I was able to pick up on it quick in the moment was because I dated a man like Tyler. He used to pray too. And it was just all a front. It was just so fake. It was just so fake. And I don't know, it's like, when somebody prays, when you are the type of person where you truly are connected to God and somebody prays, you feel that connection. When somebody is praying for you, praying over you, you feel that. You feel the spirit move through you. When that man was praying, I didn't feel shit. I didn't feel a goddamn thing. I was like, this man is fake as hell. Yes, it's like you see nothing but people like weaponizing religion to support their manipulative ways, to garner money, to hustle people. And it's like, I can't say nothing though. I can't say nothing because God and prayer. And it's just like, it's crazy. Right, not praying. They are preying on people. And it's sick. And I have to sit back and just watch. But you know what? We are in the year of the truth. We are in the year of the truth. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. God has been talking to me lately saying, trust what you know. You never go against what you know. You know. You know. you know what's real and you know what's not. Trust what you know. And lately, that's been my spiritual lesson, is trusting what I know, trusting my intuition. And then I'm sorry, ladies, but I have to be honest with you. When you truly trust your intuition, it's not always what you want. You don't get what you want out of it sometimes. Sometimes you have to accept what's hard to accept. You have to accept what is hard to truly understand. You have to accept things that you don't even know the ins and outs and everything about. Like, when you really are a woman with a good intuition, it's not always you get what you want out of it. Sometimes you don't get nothing. Sometimes you have to walk away. Sometimes your feelings are hurt. Sometimes your heart is broken. Sometimes you are trusting your intuition because you're being obedient. And lately, I've been seeing girls talk about their intuition this, their intuition that, but really, it's just your desires. You're confusing your desires with your intuition. And that's why I did a lunch break conversation. How do you know when it's truly your intuition? I broke it down for people because I'm like, don't listen. When you really are trusting God and you're trusting your intuition, it's a lot of discipline. It's a lot of, I have to be obedient. It's a lot of, I'm not getting what I thought I was going to get from this situation. It's a lot of that. It's a lot of lonely nights. It's a lot of, I'm by myself. It's a lot of, oh, you know what? This is no longer serving me. I must walk away. I have to let go of a future. I have to let go of what I thought this was meant to be. It's not what some of these women are talking about. I'm sorry. They are confusing their desires and their desperation for love with God and their intuition. That's what I've been noticing. And so a lot of people are wanting to give Ashley a hard time, but I'm like, that's a lot of women. There's a lot of Ashleys. I think Jesse Wu said it. There's a lot of Ashleys judging Ashley. There's a lot of Ashleys judging Ashleys. So what I want to turn this conversation into is, what Christian content creator do you follow that you think is truly genuine? That's what I want to know. Comment down below. That's what I want to know. Mine, Megan Ashley, I don't know. I just always connected more to her than B. Simone. Jessie Wu, y'all know I love Jessie. But don't be out here being misled by some of these women, or just some of these people, because it ain't even the women. I've even seen some of these men take on that. I noticed the men, when they do it, and it's a black man, he'll take on, it always starts with, he's conservative. And then the next thing you know, he's really white supremacist. That's what I've been seeing. That's a trend too. So, and then he turns into this hyper religious person as well. But it's really white supremacy. I've seen that. So it's not just women, y'all. It's people nowadays. I don't know what's in the air. I really don't. I don't know what is in the air, but it's a lot that's in the air, and it's fake, and I can feel that, and it's just, I don't like it. Oh, Asha, Christina, I used to follow her. She kind of fell off. She doesn't post as much. Maya Graves, I'm gonna have to check her out. Ooh, Jade. I don't know if y'all, she's a twin, and she used to be in the natural hair community. So check her out. Like her energy seems genuine to me. When I don't consistently watch her. I believe her name is Jade. I don't consistently watch her, but I tap in every now and then. And Shameless Maya, that's my girl. That's been my girl since I was suicidal. Like, Shameless Maya has helped me through so much in my lifetime. She's always been a spiritual older sister for me. So Shameless Maya too. She doesn't post as much, but I check in with her from time to time too. She's another one. And she seems genuine to me. But y'all, the rest of these people, I'm sorry, it's a no for me. Like, I don't connect to them. I know she's in Sweden now, and her whole life is totally different. Like, I still look at Shameless Maya like, damn, girl, I remember when you used to live in New York. I remember when she was a photographer. That's how long I've been following her. So to see her transition, it's like, damn, like, Maya has always been like my spiritual go-to sister for life. Literally. So, Peak Meal, I haven't tapped into her spiritual content. I kind of fell off with her when she kind of like disappeared for a few years. Like, she just went ghost and then she just popped back up. But I would trust her off of that alone, simply because when you disappear like that, it's you really working through some things in isolation, trying to get yourself together. So I kind of respect her off of that alone. Because when she came back just in a better place. She took some time off to really take care of herself. From Head to Curve is another one. Okay, I'm going to have to check that one out. Do y'all have any other recommendations? And then I also have my Black Girl Therapy podcast too. But we really focusing on Christian content creators that you feel are genuine. Would you recommend any other ones? Okay, your favorite aunties podcast. I saw their YouTube video pop in my news feed. Never seen them before. I think it was on YouTube. I'm gonna have to check them out. I love their name, so I was already like, let me check them out. Oh, she's really Blossom Peak Meal. Okay, I'm gonna have to check her out. But it's like, I trust someone like that simply because real work is done in isolation, y'all. And real work is done in isolation because God is trying to talk to you for real. And y'all have seen me go from being in the house all the time to going outside. But really, when you saw me in the house, like, God was really talking to me. It wasn't that I couldn't make friends. I didn't have nowhere to go. I couldn't be outside. It's like, nah, like, when God really trying to talk to you, when Spirit is really trying to talk to you, you can't have a bunch of people around you. You can't have a bunch of people in your ear. You can't have too many distractions or influences. And I had to tell my friend that. I was like, listen, God been trying to talk to you lately, and you've been focused on this and you've been focused on that. And I'm like, you need to like take some time out to yourself. So as a friend, I kind of had to take a step back and give her that space to be able to connect, because I knew that that's what God was calling her to do. I was like that. And then she took the whole summer. She kind of was isolated. She was spending a lot of time out in nature. She was spending a lot of time with God and everything. And then her life took a drastic change, and she got a new job, and she's about to start a new beginning. That's why I be saying, like, when God's trying to get your attention, it really comes with isolation. It comes with you not being around that many people. It comes with you not being influenced by a bunch of outsiders. And it's the time that you are supposed to spend with yourself and with God. Like, that's really what it is. It's not glamorous at all, honestly. It's not. Nothing glamorous about that isolation. You know, it's nothing. I talked about the isolation. I have a YouTube video on my second YouTube channel about isolation. But yeah, when God really trying to get your attention, there can't be no outside influences. There can't be any outsiders. There's no talking to people online about your journey. And that's how I can always tell. Like, there's no talking to people online about your journey. It's really you and God, and you can't lead people on while you're trying to connect. And the reason is because again, that can cause outside influences, like outside opinions. People feel like they can insert themselves in this and this. When God is really trying to talk to you, it can feel lonely. Like, honestly, it can feel lonely. It can feel like you don't have anyone to talk to, but it's not that you don't have anyone to talk to. God is trying to get your attention so you can connect deeply. And you cannot do that when you got outside opinions, you got outsiders influencing you, you got outsiders in your ear, you got outsiders in your head. Like, it just got to be you and God, and that's it. And it may feel like you are isolated, but I'm telling you, it's always been worth it for me. It's always been worth it. I mean, homebodying is not terrible. It's only terrible when you do it out of avoidance. I'll say that. It's only when homebodying can be very healing, rejuvenating. It can also recharge you. It can help you ground yourself and things like that. It's only when you homebody to avoid something or someone or something. That's the only way. So I'm not against being at home. I'm not against self-isolation. Sometimes I feel like it's necessary. My human design tells me that I have to have balance. Like, I need to be isolated at times, and then other times I need to be outside. The reason why I need to be isolated at times is because I need that time in my life to self-reflect. I'm big on self-reflection, and it's crazy because it's in my human design. I'm really big on self-reflection. So I self-reflected. I self-reflected so much, I called my therapist. I haven't talked to her in a year, and the reason why I made that thread about Black women and how we are judged for being firm and direct is because I'm a very self-reflective, self-aware person. So I had to ask myself, like, damn, I don't believe in tough love. I think tough love is verbal abuse. So I got an email from a girl, and it was titled Coddling Victims. And basically she was saying that we should coddle victims. And she got that from my video that I had made about who the F was I about to marry, NFL edition. And in that video, I never said anything about victims. I said we shouldn't coddle women. And she took that as I said we shouldn't coddle victims. But I never said that. So that's what she took from that live stream. And then she went into when accountability, it comes across like self-love. Or no, not self-love. It comes across as tough love. And she projected on me that when I talk about accountability, it's about tough love. And I'm like, no, tough love is verbal abuse. And you know, this is why I'm really starting to take a step back from these conversations, is because my character is always being questioned when I've put my platform on the line to protect women consistently. So when I got involved in that whole Lapeef drama, it was because they were trying to push this tough love accountability on Black women. And I literally spoke out and said that that's not tough. I mean, you can call it tough love, but it's verbal abuse. You're speaking down to these women and you're calling them out of their name. I put my channel on the line for Black women who were receiving tough love. I don't believe in tough love. And my issue, my therapist told me, she was like, hey, this is why you have to know who you are, because people are trying to project on you. And she was like, do you call women out of their names? I'm like, no. I've actually taken it a step further by blocking terms off of my platform. I've never hurled an insult at a woman through accountability. I've never done that. Like, not once. Not once can anyone clock me on calling a woman out of her name while holding her accountable. Never. Number two, my therapist also said, okay, so if you're not hurling insults at women, are you speaking down to them? So then I had to reevaluate. I'm like, am I speaking down to women when I say this? I'm like, no, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. I'm being direct. So, what the hell is that? I got a fly. I'm just being direct. And you know what? Recently, what I learned through womanhood culture, women don't like honesty. They like lies. And the reason why women like lies is because women are more about their feelings than someone being honest with them. So they would rather you lie to them and center their feelings than you actually telling them the truth and not centering their feelings. And so they don't want to be told the truth. They want you to care more about their feelings than telling them the truth. And that's what I've learned about womanhood and woman culture. And it doesn't matter what race of woman you're talking to. This is not a black woman thing. This is a woman thing. A man, and this is when I really saw it, a man can lie to a woman's face and she'll find out that this man lied to her and she'll want to work it out. A friend could be honest with her, not belittling, not insulting, just honest, and she'll make her an enemy. And then the real enemy, she'll go sleep with him. She'll go sleep with him. That's what I noticed about women's culture. Women want to be lied to. And then, you know what's even crazier? I see why men lie to women. I see why. They like it. They actually, and why do they like it? Because it caters to their feelings. That's why they like it. That's why they like it. And see, me, I operate from a different place. I want you to tell me the truth. And I know, I'm already preparing myself that when you tell me the truth, it could hurt my feelings. It could hurt. But I'm ready to receive it though. And a lot of these women are not ready to receive it. They want to be lied to. And that's what I'm noticing about womanhood. And womanhood culture is all about that. Like it's truly about women caring more about their feelings, and that's it. And then whatever fits that, they'll take it. Whatever makes them feel good, whatever, even if it's a lie, even if it's a fantasy, even if it's something that could be hurtful to them in the long run, they'll still take it as long as it feels good at the time that they receive it, or it doesn't hurt their ego at the time that they receive it. So, and I'm not a woman that wants to live in a fantasy. I don't want to live in a fantasy. And the reason is because the reason why women are so disappointed when it comes to things not going their way in life is because they won't let the fantasy go. The reason why I am letting the fantasy go is so that I won't keep allowing myself to be disappointed in areas of my life. I don't have to experience that disappointment because I let the fantasy go. And why am I doing that? Self-love. Self-love. It don't have nothing to do with nobody but me. I'm letting the fantasy go out of self-love because I'm tired of heartbreak. I'm tired of being let down. I'm tired of being in a position where I feel like I was played. But really, the truth was in my face the whole time. I just didn't let the fantasy go. So I'm doing it out of self-love. I'm not doing it because I want to be, I don't know. I don't even know what the girls, I don't know what the girls are categorizing women when it comes to us wanting to let the fantasy go. I really don't know what the girls are using, but really it's for self-love, and it's to protect my peace, and it's to protect my sanity and my mental health. I had to and then thank you, Golden Girl City. Thank you for saying the fantasy doesn't just start with men. I had to let the fantasy go when it comes to having the perfect family. I always wanted to have a big family. Always. Soul food, gatherings, memories, games. I wanted that. I even started to condition myself in a delusional way that I'm just going to marry into a big family and that's going to fix all of my problems. That was me trying to deal with the truth in the best way that I knew how at that time where I was in life. But that's a fantasy too. So I don't think women understand how deep it is. Even the American dream, I had to let that go too. Because I'm seeing, like, have y'all seen taxes lately? They are widening the wealth gap with taxes. And they are taxing us more and more and more. And it's just like, I refuse to live in that fantasy. And this is helping me with my mental health. This is self-love. Honestly. So it's so much deeper, and it's crazy. I feel so misunderstood a lot. I do. Y'all remember Angela from what was it called? Married. What's it called? They're going viral right now. Tyler Perry's movie. I forget what that movie was called. Why do I always forget the movie? The title of the damn movie. Oh my God, this is gonna drive me insane. This is gonna drive me insane. Why Did I Get Married? So y'all remember Angela from Why Did I Get Married, right? She was the truth speaker. She was the truth teller, right? Y'all know that she was Sheila's only real friend. But they made her out to be the villain. They made her out to be the villain. But she was Sheila's only real friend. She was. The other girls knew that Sheila was being cheated on. The other girls knew that Mike had a mistress. And they said nothing. But Angela, the one that's the villain, didn't want her friend to have that go on behind her back. And the only reason why Angela didn't say anything was because the other girls kept her from not saying anything by making her feel guilty for wanting to tell Sheila. But Angela was Sheila's only real friend. And that's why I said women, they want to be lied to, because they care more about feelings than they do about the truth. And that's why men lie to women. Now, I'm not saying that they lie to women, excuse them lying and manipulating women. I'm saying I'm starting to understand why culturally men lie to women so much. Because they have studied us enough to know that we care more about how we feel than the truth. That's how. And it could be something as simple as if you gain some weight, right? That man knows that you care more about your feelings than the truth. So he's gonna what? Lie to you. He's gonna lie to you. Oh no, babe, you look great. No, you don't look fat in that. Absolutely not. You look gorgeous. You're beautiful, queen. That's what he gonna tell you. Because men have studied women long enough to know. Long enough to know. And see, I didn't fucking get it, y'all. Like, when I tell you, when men would talk and they would say this type of stuff, I'd be like, shut the hell up. Right? Until I started wanting to get rid of the fantasy and be honest, not only with myself, but other women. And then I had to have my own experience with it for me to see what the hell they was talking about. And now, I'm like, damn. And you know what I hate more than anything? You know what I hate more than anything? I use hate. I don't use it all the time. So when I say this, it holds weight. You know what I hate more than anything? Agreeing with men. I don't like it. I'm a woman. And especially when it comes to the nature of women and the shadow side of that, I don't like agreeing with men. But it's like, damn. It's like, I've been forced to see it. Like, I've been forced to see the truth. I'm like, I see why they say women want to be lied to. It's like, I can't even unsee it anymore. And then I had to look at myself like, damn, let me think back to times that I was interacting with the opposite sex. And did I want the truth or did I want to be lied to? Did I care more about my feelings or did I care more about the truth? And I can say, when I had low self-esteem, I cared more about my feelings. I did not care about the truth. And that's me being real. I was so insecure and I had low self-esteem that I cared more about my feelings. I did not care about the truth. Now, as a confident woman, as a secure woman with a high level of self-esteem, I care more about the truth because I can handle taking a ego hit. I can handle something not feeling the best. I know how to bounce back from that. So it's like what they don't tell you when you are a content creator and you're growing in front of your audience and they're not growing with you, it causes friction. It causes misunderstandings. It causes you to be misunderstood. But when I say it runs deep and this is deeply rooted, like this is not some, oh, I'm just saying this because, no, it's like I'm working through my shit, you know, like I'm working through my insecurities. I'm working through my triggers. I'm working through, why do I want to believe in the fantasy to begin with? Why don't I want to be in the real world with real people? And that's the thing, when you want to be more authentic, you really do want to let go of that fantasy. That's another layer to this. It's deep, y'all. But people just only want to see it from a surface level perspective. And then when you get done and you circle everything that I talked about, it leads back to me. Me. It leads back to me. It's not about men. It's not about social media. It's not about men being right. It's about me. It's about what I deserve, how I want to live. It's about my self-love. It's about me. And me. And the more I become about me, I become very selfish, and some would say self-centered. But honestly, when you are like this, people respect you. Yeah, they do. They do. And you want to know why people respect you? It's because you're honest. They'll accept that you're selfish and self-centered, but the reason why they'll accept it with you being selfish and self-centered is because you're honest. That's why. If you were dishonest and you were selfish and self-centered, no respect at all. But when you're honest and you're selfish and self-centered, people respect you a lot because you're being authentic and you're being transparent and you're not wearing a mask. So they're like, well, shit, I can't do nothing but respect that. So that's where I'm at. And it's just, it's a struggle, honestly. But I'm about to log out of here because I'm about to go cleanse my my energy. I am. I think if you're like a cardinal sign, I think we going through some weird shit. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know. Honestly, like, I ain't been the same since the Aries supermoon. It's not really my mental health. It's I don't know, y'all. I just want to go off on people. I don't know what it is. Anybody else where it's like you just want to fly off? Like, y'all, I had to log out of social media so I wouldn't cuss nobody out. That's what that was about. That's what it was. I was like, girl, are you okay? And then lately, it's just like my temper has been very short. My patience has been tested, y'all. And it's like you just want to fly off the handle. Anybody else? That's why I need to go I need to go meditate. I need to really get in my meditation zone. I need to go do some releasing or something, girl, because I don't know what it is, y'all. After that, and it's crazy, after that Aries super moon, it's like I got all of this fired up energy too. Like I need to go to and then I haven't been working out because of my menstrual cycle. So typically when my menstrual cycle comes, I kind of take it easy. I'll go for a walk or something. But y'all, I feel like I need to go box or something. Like I need to go do some kickboxing. I don't know what it is. I got so much built up tension and energy. I'm just like, where? And then it came out of nowhere. I don't know where it came from, but it happened under the Aries super moon, y'all. But then this is the crazy thing. I have so much energy. I just have so much energy. Like I feel like I could go run 2 miles. So I don't know what it is. It's just, and then this is when it happened around the super moon, right? The Aries super moon. I cleaned out my whole apartment, y'all. I cleaned out, when I tell you, I was just throwing this, getting rid of this, getting rid of this. But when I tell you, it didn't take me long. You ever start decluttering your space, and then you get halfway through and you be like, damn, why I start this shit? Damn, why am I doing this to myself? Because you start to see how much work it's gonna take, and you got all this stuff everywhere, and you gotta go through it. But y'all, when I tell you, I didn't have that experience this time. I just went through everything zoom, and I had all that stuff done in a day, 24 hours. So I don't know. It's I have so much energy. So I need to go let it out. I'm about to go to the spiritual shop really quick. Yeah, I haven't. Yes, Tanisha, that's what I've been experiencing. I don't have patience. I don't know. If there are any astrologers out there, can you please let me know what the hell's going on? Because when I tell you I'm a very patient person. I consider myself to be very patient, but lately though, I just want to a hothead, just go off. An older version of myself where I would go off and not think before. That's the energy I'm in. It's but am I being tested? I don't know, because yesterday I was you gotta walk away. Y'all know what I did yesterday? I walked away. I'm about to ask ChatGPT. Yesterday I walked away. I left the live going, went to my room sat down in my vanity, literally fixed my makeup, calmed myself down, came in here, ate a snack, made me some electrolyte water, paused, calmed myself down, and then I went back and sat down and missed a big chunk of the story. I don't even know what was said. I still haven't watched it. Yeah, because I had to walk away. I had to go calm myself down. I had to get in control of my emotions. And that's what I be saying, y'all. Being in control of your emotions, it takes self-control. And then you know what really pisses me off is when people feel like you're weak. And you know why that bothers me? It triggers my ego. It makes me want to show people, no, I can really get there with you. I can get on your level. But it's no, that ain't it. And I'm not the type of person that says, oh, I'm not about to allow these people to bring me out of my character. No, that's in my character. It's in my character. You know how some people be like, that's not in their character? No, it's in my character. It's on my shadow side, though. It's on the shadow aspect of my character, but it's definitely there. And it triggers your ego when you take the high road and you show self-control and you don't go off on people. But no, it's definitely in my character. I don't know where people be getting that from. Like, oh, it's not a part of my character. Nah, it is. It definitely is. I can be very impulsive with a short temper and just fly off the handle. I used to get in trouble a lot. Like, I used to get backhanded. I used to get slapped across the face. I don't know what it is, y'all. I'm just glad that I did schedule a break at the end of this month. If you are booking a mentor session with me, I'm going to open up my books the 1st of November. Okay? I'm going to open up my books the 1st of November. Another thing that I wanted to talk about too. Okay? I've gone through narcissistic abuse. And I believe the man was a sociopath. I do. And a pathological liar, y'all. But I was able to remove myself because I didn't have any kids and I didn't have any legal ties to this man. All right? But the woman that I'm reviewing her story about, all right, she got a lot going on. Like, first of all, she got 3 older kids. She relocated through the courts. That's number 1. And the courts agreed. That was a risk for her. Because when you have kids with someone else and then you try to move states, the other parental figure can take you to court saying that you kidnapped the kid and you moved states. So for her to even get that court order to move her other kids to a new state with a new man and not be married to him was a pretty big deal. And I was surprised that they even allowed her to do that. Then and the reason why I'm talking about this in the way that I'm talking about it isn't because this lady is white. It's because there are women, black women, women in general that are really in a similar situation to her. She doesn't have a job. She had 1 baby by this man. She was pregnant. Okay. I believe when she moved to St. Louis with him. So, and this is what I want women to also understand. When you get pregnant, you are in a very vulnerable state. Physically, mentally, financially. Like, you are taking a hit. This is why when you get pregnant, you need to get pregnant by a man that is truly a trusted partner and a trusted individual. Otherwise, you're in a vulnerable space, right? Because you're carrying this baby. And now, you could be done wrong in so many different ways. From your doctor to your spouse to your family, because your body is going through all of these different changes. And I just don't think women take pregnancy as serious as they should. Because if anything was to happen, right? It's not me. It's not the woman that's not pregnant that people are going to be looking to. It's going to be the pregnant woman, unfortunately. Okay? So please understand that, which is why I wanted to share her story on my platform. The more I was learning about it through reading the comments under her TikTok, because I never watched the story in its entirety. I just watched the 3 parts and then I was reading the comments. And then I also saw this black woman who was talking about her story too. So she moved, court ordered, location change. That was one thing that had her in a vulnerable state when it comes to just picking up and leaving. Then number 2, the second thing was she was pregnant. Number 3, she graduated nursing school, but she never took, I believe, the state board exam for her to be officially, so she could get her license to practice. Right? And then I believe before you can even get your license, you have to do like so many hours of, what is it called? You have to complete so many hours of, gosh, my friend had to do it. I'm not familiar with that term. The NCLEX. Clinicals. That's the correct term. Clinicals. You have to complete so many hours of clinicals before you can even take the exam and then get your license and everything like that. So she didn't even complete that part when it comes to her nursing degree. So she can't use that as a way to get out of this financial abuse that she's in. And then another thing that I noticed, when you're dealing with a narcissistic, psychopath, pathological liar, which I've dealt with one, did you notice how he was punishing her anytime she tried to gain any type of independence? So that told me that with her being in this position, right, she now has 2 kids, which I told y'all, I believe that the second kid, I believe she got pregnant on purpose with that because of her ego, and she was mad that that other woman got pregnant. Now, I didn't say it in my video because people been policing me, but baby, I was thinking it, that she got pregnant on purpose to get back and compete at that other woman that was pregnant, that was like 6 months ahead of her or something like that. That's just my opinion. And listen, I've done things out of ego. Pregnancy is where I draw the line, okay? But I have done things out of ego behind a man, and it was such a stupid decision. I didn't win a prize. Well, I mean, I won a prize. It was a stupid prize. I got the man, but he wasn't worth shit. So it was stupid. Like, honestly, if I could go back and slap myself, I would, because girl, get out of your ego. So that was another thing. So now she's pregnant for a second time, right? So now that I know that he is punishing her, like literally, y'all, he will punish her anytime she would try to gain some type of independence. So, and then if he couldn't punish her directly, he would punish her through her other kids, which was weird. So this woman literally has to gain independence without him catching on to her gaining independence, because if he catches wind that that's what she's doing, he's going to punish her either directly by not giving her gas money, or he's going to punish her by not helping out with her kids that she's had with him. He's going to like punish her somehow. So that's what I was just like, this ain't no easy thing to get out of. And it would have been nice to see women in the comments actually give her a game plan, or give women a game plan that are truly in a similar situation. Because these are the type of women that can't just get up and leave. Me, maybe you, who don't have kids, who don't have, that we have our own money. We have money coming in because we work a job. We probably even have our own car. Our car is in our name. And remember, the car she has 5 kids. The car that she had, the van, was in his name. It wasn't in her name. So she didn't own anything. She didn't have any money. What game plan would you give that woman? Then, did you catch on to what she said about how when, if she were to go to a woman's shelter, right? The court order that was in place for her older kids would instantly trigger that case to be reopened. And she didn't want to do that because of court fees. And she said that she didn't want to go up against someone that has all of the money and all the resources, and she doesn't have anything at all. So the reason why she stayed in that abusive home with her children was because if she went to a women's shelter, then it would instantly trigger that case to reopen, and then she would have to go to court, pay legal fees with money that she does not have. It doesn't seem like her family was helping her. It doesn't seem like her friends could really help her. So she would have been going to court with no money, and she would have to go up against a man that has a lot of it. I think, hell, I don't know. I came back and caught the end. I don't know what happened with the van. Didn't have insurance or something like that. They got in some type of car accident. I missed that part. So I didn't even hear that part. But like, real talk, when you really consider everything that she said, how was she going to get out of that situation? How was she actually going to get out of that situation? Her family, and then another opinion, this is my opinion, I don't know if this is true or not, it seemed like her family didn't want to help her because she got with that black man. I think that's why her family didn't step in. Because if your ex-husband is giving you a hard time for being with that black man and becoming a baby mama, what you think her family doing? What you think? What do you think her Caucasian family is doing? So that was another layer too that I was picking up on, but didn't say nothing. Didn't say nothing, but I was picking up on that. I really think that's why her family didn't help her, was because she chose to be with this black man. Maybe they tried to talk her out of it, but she decided to be with him anyway. And I think that's why they weren't wanting to step in and really help. That's what I think. Yes, they do. And the only reason why I know that they punish white girls for going with black men is because I've been around white girls who've been punished for dealing with black boys. I grew up in a white community. So I think that's why her family wasn't helping. Like, we all had that lingering question, like, girl, you don't got no cousin, no auntie, no nothing? Oh, Tasha, you with a white man right now and your boyfriend is being, or no, your BFF. I'm sorry. Your friend is being punished because she's dating a black man. That's what I be saying, y'all. So I think that was another layer to that situation. So it would have been nice for women to really hear her story in its entirety and give her some real game, or at least give other women that are in a similar situation some real game about how she could get out of that situation. Because I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm really racking my brain, like, what kind of game plan could I give someone if they came and got mentored by me and they're in a similar situation? It's a lot to consider. It was a lot of layers to consider, and she didn't have any money. And that's another thing, y'all. Don't ever let anyone, as a woman, make you feel bad about money. Money is the biggest resource that you can have. And the number one thing that kept her in that abusive situation was the lack of funds. So people wanted to call her a gold digger. You're talking to the wrong person. You're talking to the wrong person. The world moves because of money. The world stops because of money. So if you don't have money, your ass is fucked. Like, that's just the truth. That's just the truth. It's not always about handbags and shoes. Sometimes it's about if you can move from point A to point B, if you need to, out of safety or necessity or whatever the case may be. As a woman, you can't ever let this world try to make you feel guilty about needing more money. And I'm sorry, as a woman, you can always use more money. You can always use more money. Nobody's saying you got to go out and blow it on something stupid, but a woman can always use more money because she's a woman. She's a woman. And if you're single, you need, a lot of times you got to have your own back. So if something happens, and that's another thing, I don't play about this. If something happens, you got to have your own back. Like if your car breaks down, or you find yourself in a gym, or you went on a date and you need to Uber home. Maybe he picked you up, but you're not about to get back in that car with him for whatever reason. You should never, the world loves to make women feel guilty about needing money and wanting more of it. But the world that we live in that's so unsafe, the more money you have, the more safe you are. The more safe you are, the more safe your children are. That's just facts. So nobody's ever going to make me feel guilty about money. Ever. Because that woman didn't have no money at all, and she was stuck like Chuck. She couldn't go nowhere. Yeah, it's a cold world if you don't have the finances you need, especially as a woman with children. That is so important. It's like what Kanye said, money isn't everything, but not having money is everything. Right. That's what I be trying to tell people. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna ever make me feel guilty about money. Do you live in the same society that we live in? It's a capitalist one. If you don't have money, your ass is like you out. Literally. You on the street. So, and then the more money you have, the safer you are. You can move into a nicer community. You can get a safer car. Am I lying about this? Am I really, am I making this shit up? Your kids can go to a better school, a safer school when you have more money. That's why I'm just like, ain't nobody gonna ever make me feel bad about that. I don't give a damn what you talking about. It's going in one ear and out the other. I ain't heard a damn thing that you said, because I know how this shit really goes. If I birth a child into this world and I don't have a lot of money, that child is going to be in some very bad environments and situations. The house could be infested. The school could be dangerous. The neighborhood could be dangerous. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on about it. Ain't nobody gonna ever make me feel bad about money. Men are gonna feel triggered and insecure because that's how they are required to show up in the world. So they're gonna feel insecure the same way I would feel insecure, because the pressure for me to look a certain way is required of me in society. So I get it, but you're not about to project your insecurities on me as a man, because it's required of you to show up a certain way in society, because that same pressure is there for me. But when it really comes down to it, you need money, and you need lots of it in order for you to be secure. That's just the truth. Yeah, everyone says that there's never a right time to have kids, but there's surely a wrong one. Exactly. Exactly. But I'm going to log out. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's day. I'm going to come back tomorrow and wrap up. I'm going to come back on YouTube tomorrow and wrap up this story time. And then I'm going to take a break from the story time, Joe. I think I'm about to get into I'm about to start covering Diddy. Yeah. I'm going to take a break from women and them. And we about to get into some Diddy conspiracies, because that's just where I'm at right now. I need a break. I know the story times, they are kind of triggering, right? So yeah, I'm about to start doing some Diddy coverage. I will do Love is Blind, because I said I would do that. But yeah, I'm going to take a break. After I finish my Love is Blind and I finish up the story time, I'm taking a break. And then when I come back, I'm going to get into some Diddy content, because I need a break. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's day.